Hello, everyone. Welcome to MayFlydiscgolf. Disc golf made by amateurs for amateurs. I'm Andrew, here again with Mr. Randy Mig.
Hello, everybody.
So, Randy, tell us about what our coverage is going to be like today.
We are doing coverage of the 2024 Baskets and Bases in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Happened just a couple of weekends ago, and it's Urban Disc Golf. And I'm going to interview Amy coming up here, and I'll ask her some questions.
Oh,
Kind of
baby,
hard
baby.
for you
Oh, I'm
to,
sorry.
to hear me because there's so much noise in the background.
All right. There's our tournament director right there. So, tell us about the tournament.
So it's actually an event. We call it Baskets and Bases, and we put 13 baskets in the in the Drillers Stadium, and people get to play urban disc golf, and we only do it once a year, so it's a big event.
How many people did you have sign up this year?
We had 125 sign up, and we've had about 250 people come through.
That's great.
So it's fun.
And you're with Basket Case Disc
Yes.
Golf in Tulsa.
Yep.
Where's your shop at?
We're at 21st and Memorial. And the address is 2122 South Memorial Drive, Tulsa, Oklahoma. We sell everything used. We deal with lost and found, the whole shebang.
Yeah, I saw the picture on the website of your shop.
Thank you.
We were going to go there today, but we didn't have time. But we may try tomorrow on the way out. What time are you all open?
At 10.
10?
From 10 to 5 tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Go have fun.
So that was Amy, and she's a tournament director in a lot of different tournaments around in the Oklahoma City, Tulsa area. Nice lady. And her and her husband own Basket Case disc golf shop in Tulsa.
Yeah. Well, what a cool and just a fun experience for people to have, especially in the Oklahoma area. And, it's not very often that people get to play this, urban style of disc golf. So, really fun to kind of see the turnout and see all the people participating and just what a cool experience.
It really was. And Tracy and I got there about 4:30. It opened at 4, and there wasn't many people playing at that time. People like to play later and like under the lights. And so I got to play around and went pretty fast. This is actually hole 1 here. And but when we came back after we had dinner, you can see that, a lot of these are backed up 15, 20 people on every hole.
Mhm. And so, Randy, tell us, was this promoted, just in the Tulsa area, or was this open to, the Oklahoma City area or, Southern Oklahoma area? What was the, kind of the draw for this?
I don't know. When I talked to Amy about it, this has been an event that's been going on in Tulsa. They've been doing this. They rent out the stadium, and then they just have this. It's kind of an annual event that's been going on, I think, 10 years plus.
That's incredible. That's so cool. And you can see, obviously, this is for, people that, adults that obviously, play disc golf and stuff. But as you kind of watch the video and stuff, it's cool getting to see these families, bring their kids out, get to participate in the event itself. Cool layout here, with the basket, on the elevated basket, kind of here in between the fountains and stuff. Just um, very cool. So is this a part of hole 1?
That's the basket for hole 1, and this is basket for hole 2. It was a long tunnel shot. By the time I'd gotten up there, the group had already gotten off the tee and kind of walked up there. So I kind of went up to film a little bit of this, just to kind of watch. But there's the original shot from hole 2 through the tunnel.
Great throw.
Yeah. And then just, people out throwing disc, playing catch.
So there were no basket layouts on the actual field itself.
There was.
Oh, there was. Cool.
Yes.
Very nice.
People are just out having fun. It was $35 to get in, and you get a free disc, and it opened at 4, and I think they call it about midnight.
Hmm.
So people like to, after about 9 o'clock when the lights all come on, like to play in the dark under the lights.
Very cool. And so it's my understanding, so you also got the opportunity to play the course, and so kind of, if you can, walk us through all the individual holes and how those holes worked and
Yeah, I don't know that I have all the holes on here in order. I just kind of did some random shooting. But like this hole, you saw the one where they were shooting like here up on top of this level.
Mhm.
And once you get up there, then you're shooting off that level down below. Um, and look at that line of people to tee off. Um, so the hard thing for me was, I don't carry my basket when I played, I mean, my bag when I play disc golf. And so I had to tote it around there and going up and down those stairs back and forth. It was pretty physically challenging.
Yeah, I'm sure very tough, but I'm sure, this is a pretty worthwhile experience. It's not often that people get to play, an urban style of disc golf like this. Most of the time our disc golf is, in public parks or in wooded courses. Um, for pros, obviously getting to play on large ball golf courses and stuff. So this is a very very new and very different style of disc golf that I think has been being promoted more and more often, especially via YouTube. Um, and it's fun to see. It's really interesting how different the style of play and everything is, from urban disc golf to your standard disc golf course, public disc golf course.
Yeah, it is. That was a fun throw off that down to the basket. I actually landed my disc right on top of a chair and it just sat up on there. But I met some people and kind of played with a few people that were there. And it was just a lot of fun. This is a little short hole. That guy right there just aced that earlier and he just went up to go get his disc. So you could pay $5 and it went into a pot for anybody that aced. And if nobody ever aces, then I think it goes to some sort of a charity. I don't remember what Amy told me,
Wonderful.
but I'm sure there was a lot of aces on this hole because it was probably, heck, I almost aced it. It was probably 100 feet,
Really cool.
maybe not even that far. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks to be about maybe 80 feet, maybe less. But
So that's the basket you were throwing down to from the top level. Just kind of getting a shot of the downtown Tulsa. This is down near the Greenwood area. I did not know
mhm.
this stadium was there because I spent a lot of time in Tulsa back in the day. I had a sound and lighting company and I did, the Greenwood Festival, the Jazz Festival, Blues Festival. But I guess they put this in about 3 years ago and or 3 or 4 years ago, and it's beautiful. It's all kind of right, snuggled up in the downtown area. So this shot here, you had to actually throw it off that top level and get it into the dugout because the basket's in the dugout in the center right there. Um, and I bet you must have been 100 people that got hit in the head with this because they were
Oh
flying
no.
everywhere.
I'm sure. Yeah, this is a tough shot. It's very specific, very particular. I can see where forehand would be, kind of a great option here, but you're fighting with a lot of different elements that I'm sure you pretty much never get to have to worry about whenever you're playing, disc golf on a wooded course or, in a public like a park course.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually threw my disc in the dugout on my first throw and um didn't birdie it. I had about a 25, 30 foot putt kind of, but it was fun. The interesting thing for me about playing in this stadium was typically outdoor. There was probably a 10-mile-an-hour wind, 12-ish. But in the stadium, they got a thing for looking at your arm speed here. That was fun. Um,
Very cool.
but in the stadium, the the wind swirls. So
Mm,
when you're throwing it off and you feel it maybe coming at your face, by the time it gets out and goes somewhere, it might be a crosswind. So you never really knew from the what the wind was going to be doing with your disc.
that's fascinating. Yeah. I'm sure it's a very different feel from, regular disc golf courses.
This was a
So
fun
this is a
shot.
huge shot. Yeah. So kind of walk us through this hole here.
Well, you're throwing up on the third tier all the way down towards the back of the stadium. And it's a really long throw. But since you're that high up in the air, this hole
Mhm.
you're looking at right now is the last hole, hole 12. And it was to the wall 400 feet, and the basket was probably 20 off the wall. Um, but I was playing with this guy and his son, and he was throwing pretty good. And some of these things I noticed, wait a minute, he's throwing a putter? But he was throwing almost to the wall. He really had a great arm.
Awesome. That's very cool.
And it was difficult to film. I'm not used to, I'm used to standing behind and kind of following the frisbee, the disc. But I wasn't going to walk this whole course a second time. So, I was just kind of back filming away from this, and it's pretty tough.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
You
so
can
now
see
is this
that
the
there was
check-in
two
area?
tape. That's the check-in, and there were two tables piled with discs. And they didn't
Hmm,
just have one disc with a stamp on it. They had probably 8 or 9 different kinds of disc, and then all different kinds of pretty patterns and logos and things on them. Um, so I'm gonna make a putt here on hole one, or miss a putt on hole one.
get a wet disc.
Yeah.
So hole two here, right? Tunnel
Hmm.
shot. This looks like a really fun hole. I would love to play something like this. That's just really cool.
Yeah. I brought in my bag of disc, and what do I carry? About 30 disc. I needed a putter, a mid range, and then one driver, and that was all I needed for this whole
Yep.
whole course. But
All right. So here, I assume obviously hole four.
yeah, that whole
This is the short
shorty.
hole that you were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, see, I almost aced
Oh,
it.
wow.
I had quite a few birdies on the first 8 or 9 holes, but those big long ones at the end, they kind of got it. This was going
Yeah.
down a ramp and around,
Hmm.
and that was a lot of fun. And then here's me throwing up on the second level. Pretty good throw.
Yeah, really great throw.
And that was not
It's
a good
fun.
throw.
It's really cool getting to see this style of disc golf and even the elevation changes because you don't get that very often in Oklahoma as far as disc golf courses go. Um, living here in Fort Collins, getting to play some of the mountain courses and stuff in the northern Colorado area, you really get have a fun time of getting experience those elevation changes and throwing from very, very high peaks to low baskets or vice versa. And I think it's cool that, the way that they designed, this, 12 hole course and stuff. really play to, just short, pitch and putt, holes that required, some finessing as far as the throw, but then also getting to play with those elevation changes and getting to do stuff like that you wouldn't get to experience in Oklahoma. So seems like a really cool, really fun course, and it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys go out to what did I say the name of their shop was? It's a cute name and I'm just blanking.
Basket case.
Basket Case in Tulsa. And Amy and Kent, husband, own that. And go check them out and talk to them. And I hope somebody gets to see this video that will either want to go play it or that we're playing it there. And it was a good time.
Yeah. Or, the hope is maybe, inspire some other tournament directors or people to put on other urban disc golf events like this throughout the year, and maybe have some success, a little more success in the urban disc golf world. So
Yeah, that's great.
all right. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. Please make sure and leave us a like, follow, subscribe to our channel. Leave us any comments if you have any. We always love feedback, and we'll see you on the course.
Peace out.